Everybody, sorry my YouTube video is late again. I was at the film festival. Tomorrow is the last day and I am excited because tomorrow is also the awards ceremony for our film festival at our church, so I'm excited. Anyways, today we're doing double muddle, so let's get started.
On Sodor, the winter had been very harsh, and the melted snow and heavy rain soaked the earth. The rivers were flowing very rapidly, and flooding was quite common, especially on the Farquhar branch. Thomas didn't mind the rain. It was only water, after all. However, he did not like mud. Of course, no engine does, but Thomas hated how it got everywhere and how filthy it was. Terrence the tractor, on the other hand, was built for dealing with boggy situations. He loved mud. Boy, it's fun.
Of course he did.
Of course you always need a bath afterwards, but so what? Fun? It just feels awful and wet, and especially having a splendid blue coat, mud and I don't mix. Well, I guess you're entitled to your opinion, but one thing we can both agree on is that this rain will bring lots of mud. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. That evening, it rained very hard. It was so hard that the engines wondered if it was hail falling on the roof. This rain is horrendous. I hope it ceases soon. Driver says tomorrow's supposed to be worse. I'm sure we'll have some flash floods tomorrow. What's a flash flood? Is that when there's lightning during a flood? No, silly. Well, I mean, lightning can strike when it's flooding if it's a thunderstorm. But a flash flood is usually when it floods very quickly. You know, water fills up everything in a flash. Ooh,
Spend time with
sounds
God.
scary.
You're going to.
It's only water, Percy. Not when it's rushing straight at you with more force than a fire hydrant. It can pick you right off the tracks. All right, I get your point. Now, I think I should get some sleep, if it's possible, with all this aggressive rain. It was difficult, but the engine soon managed to all drift to sleep.
Lucky.
The next morning, the rain had stopped. The engines were pleased. Thomas made his way along the branch line with Annie and Clarabelle. Well, I don't mind rain, but I'll say thank God it stopped. Indeed. But Thomas was very wrong. As soon as he reached Dryaw, he felt a very large drip. Oh no. Suddenly, out of nowhere, the rain showered down so hard that Thomas felt as if he was in a washing machine. Good grief! Look at it! This is some of the heaviest rain I've experienced. You can say that again. Come on, you all. Get inside quickly. Thomas forced his way up the branch line with the rain pounding his face. Luckily, there was no wind to make things worse, but it was nearly impossible for Thomas to look straight ahead. At the stations, the passengers boarded in the quickest time Thomas had ever seen. The little blue engine was miserable, but there was worse to come.
Obviously. He was upset.
He rushed through the tunnel where he had gotten stuck in the snow and passed the Kindley's house.
Then,
I missed the suddenly, look out! Thomas's driver slammed on the brakes, but Thomas ran straight into a thick, gooey mudslide. Ah! Botheration! And right when the rain stops, too. Look! Well, I think that would be irrelevant, considering I'm going nowhere in any weather condition.
Well, duh.
And gross! This is horrid. It's like being in a massive excrement. I don't think excrement's quite a strong enough word to describe it. I'd say we're in deep... Oh, no, it's Terrence! Terrence was surprised to see Thomas in such a muddle. Hello, Thomas. I see you decided to play pig today, but I don't think wallowing in the mud suits you. Shut up, Terrence.
Just give you a quick sec, everybody. Right, I'm back, guys. Let's continue.
It's all right, lad. Didn't mean to cause you any trouble. Would you like me to pull you out? I think that would be much easier than us spending all this time shoveling.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Just
So
like when he got
Terrence,
stuck in
like
the
he
snow.
did almost 70 years ago, pulled Annie and Clarabelle away from Thomas, and then was hooked up behind the tank engine. All right, here we go. Terrence tugged and slipped and slipped and tugged, and within moments Thomas was free of the mud. He was filthy and felt very silly. Thank you, Terrence. It's all right, lad. Now, that's two you owe me. After the mud was cleared, Thomas went on his way to Farquhar.
Well, yeah.
He was pretty late, but the passengers were understanding.
Hey.
Looks like you've had a mud bath, Thomas. Well, at least we have bats and coats now. Shut up, Toby. You don't even have any paint. You're naked. Before
Hey!
Toby could respond,
That was a little harsh.
the engines heard a low rumbling noise that got louder and louder. It sounded like a rushing stream.
Hey.
What's that? Suddenly, the station master shouted, "Flash flood! Get to high ground!" Out of nowhere, a jet of water rocketed into the station and smashed into Thomas and Toby. They shuddered as the cold water rushed through their wheels. Oh my goodness! This is really bad! I hope everyone's okay. Fortunately, the flood didn't do much damage. It just made everywhere very wet. The current soon died down, and Thomas's crew thought they'd better get out of there.
Well, duh, it's flooded!
The line was a huge mess. Mud was everywhere, but Thomas didn't care this time. He was only focused on getting to a safer place.
Yeah, I'm just finishing. Yeah, for the dogs? Yeah, after I finish, yeah. That was my dad, guys.
But he was stopped by a man waving. It was Farmer Finney, Terrence's driver. Help! Help! Terrence has been swept away by the water.
Oh, no.
Oh, no! We must help him! Quickly!
Is he okay?
Thomas raced off. He didn't have to go very far. He was suddenly blocked by a big mudslide similar to the one he got stuck in. Botheration. This is the last thing we need. But Thomas noticed something. Driver, I don't think we'll have to go any further. Hey! Goodness me!
What?
It's Terrence! Hang in there, buddy! I'm just going back to Farquhar to get a rope. When Thomas returned, the driver dug out the back part of Terrence and then attached the rope to him. All right, 1, 2, 3. With all his strength, Thomas managed to pull Terrence free from the mud. Terrence was filthy and very miserable. You all right, Terrence? Yes, just very bogged down, if you know what I mean. I thought you liked the mud. Well, yes, but not when I'm under 5 feet of it. Oh, come on. Surely it isn't that bad, especially for a tractor like you. Now you're just trying to wind my caterpillars, mate. But regardless, I think that's one you now owe me. Yes, indeed. Thanks for rescuing me, Thomas. And next time, we should be both more careful with mud. Thomas could only agree.
That was a great video, guys. I'll see you on the next video. This is KBR101 signing out. Adios, everybody.